Hi everyone. So my name is Maria Edmond and I was Miss Pageant 2023 at Lucia's National Carnival Queen Pageant. And first of all, I would like to apologize for my voice. I am recovering from a cold, so my voice is a little bit scratchy, but it will have to do because I've been meaning to make this video for so long and I'm only now getting to it, so it just has to be done. So please bear with me. This video is basically a few tips and tricks as to what people who are interested in auditioning for the Carnival Queen Pageant could do from now, from before they have even put out the flyer asking for people to register and audition for the pageant. So little tips and tricks that you could do from now, literally from now. So my very first tip is learn how to do your makeup. I cannot stress this enough. Please learn how to do your makeup. You will save yourself literally thousands of dollars. I am not even exaggerating. You will save yourself thousands of dollars if you learn how to do your own makeup. So you could always go to a professional makeup artist and pay them to do a one-on-one class. That's one way to do it, and then afterwards you need to practice. Or you could always go online and learn from there, and then of course again practice every single day if you can, as many times as you can, so that you could get a solid, a solid face beat on your own. And of course there will still be occasions where you need to get your makeup professionally done if you do end up becoming a contestant. But there are other occasions, for example, if you're going to the radio shows where you don't need your makeup professionally done. So please, if you can, learn how to do your makeup. Time for tip number 2, which is join the gym. One of the segments in Carnival Queen is of course swimsuit, and they really look for your muscle tone and muscle fitness. So you really do want to look like tone and fit as much as possible. So if you can, well, I'm telling you, you should probably join a gym, and also eat healthy. And I'm not telling you to starve yourself. Please do not starve yourself. You need to eat all the nutrients that you need so that you could gain muscles. That's the goal. You really want to have your muscles showing and on display. So please eat well and work out from now, so that by the time the auditions come around and by the time the show itself comes around, you're going to have a body that you could feel very confident walking with on stage in front of literally tens of thousands of people, because people are watching from all over. Okay, so tip number 3 would be tip number 3 is to start working on a talent from now. Now let's be honest, not everybody is naturally talented. So if you know that you're not one of those girls who they can naturally sing or dance and act, or they can play an instrument and they've been doing this for years and they're very good at it and consistent with it, if you know that you do not fall into that category, please start working on the talent from now. For me personally, I am a steel pan player. I have been playing steel pan for a number of years. However, I always stuck to my pan, which is the guitar, but it's a background pan, and I knew that I could not really be able to use that pan for my audition or for my performance. So from around December of 2022, I started working on learning how to play tenor, and I ended up playing tenor for the auditions, and double tenor as well as tenor for the show itself. So you could do something along those lines, or start working on whatever it is that you feel like you might be able to do. Start practicing it from now, because when auditions roll around, you also need to perform a talent. So you need to really start working and practicing this from now. Okay, and tip number 4 would be to take speaking classes. So I took speaking classes from the end of January into like early February with Dr. Bennett Charles, and it really helped me with the basics of speaking. And you might be thinking, like, you speak all the time, like why do you need speaking classes? But it could be really beneficial to help you to communicate effectively. He really helped me, to pronunciate my words better, to try to speak slower, because I have a tendency, and I still have a tendency, to speak very quickly. And although my speaking isn't exactly where I want it to be, it has gotten a lot better. And you really want to be able to speak well, even when you're just introducing your name and your sponsor. You want it to come off in a way that sounds confident, that really draws people in, that makes people think like, okay, who is this girl? Like, she looks interesting. She looks like as if she knows what she's talking about. You really want to give up that vibe when you're speaking. So if you can, I would suggest working on speaking classes. Plus, of course, there's always the interview section, the interview segment, and you want to be able to answer your question to the best of your ability. So please, and of course, there's so many radio shows and interviews that you have to do as a Carnival Queen contestant. So if you could start working on a speaking class from now, it would be very beneficial to you. Tip number 5, and this is of course another basic one, but again important: learn how to walk in heels. If you don't know how to walk in heels, you need to start from like right now. Learn how to walk in heels, but also you need to learn how to walk in them, like the pageant walk. You could watch videos on YouTube that will teach you like how to walk for pageantry, and just really practice, because walking in those heels is another important factor. It comes in 2 segments, both swimsuit and evening gown, so you need to learn how to walk in heels. And I have a bonus tip, so tip number 6, and I put it as a bonus tip because I know that it might not be necessary if you don't end up becoming a contestant, but I feel like it's still important in which way. And so tip number 6 is start upgrading your wardrobe. So when Carnival Queen comes around, you're going to be needing lots of different outfits, different shoes. So if I were redoing it, I would suggest, starting from now, buying a few basic stuff that you will be needing later on. So for example, a pair of new heels, proper heels, and black heels, as well as a few outfits, maybe some summery, florally type of outfits, as well as some outfits that you could go out with like in the evening, the night, because the events do come around and you're going to need those outfits. So if you have some from now, and I say this because I want you to start buying them from now, so that you don't have a whole load that you need to buy after you become a contestant if you have some already. So you could buy 1 or 2. It's okay if you get them from Shein, wherever you need to get them, but just start getting, or even if you get them made, but just start getting some outfits from now, so that when the time comes, you have something that you can at least fall back on for at least the beginning of the Carnival Queen process. Okay, so these were all my tips. I hope that they're very helpful and beneficial to those who are interested in auditioning in becoming a Carnival Queen contestant. And when audition time does come around, in fact from the time the flyer comes around, I feel like I might make a second video with little tricks and tips or advice to help you fill out the form and prepare to audition at Carnival Queen. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. Peace out.